Imagine this, you're at a party and suddenly realize you've been nervously clutching an empty red cup for the past hour. You've been too busy overthinking to actually enjoy the night. Did I laugh too loud? Did I look weird standing here? Are they whispering about me? Every social interaction feels like a minefield because you care way too much about what everyone thinks. Meanwhile, across the room, there's that guy. You know, the one telling some ridiculous joke, singing off-key, maybe wearing socks with sandals, and he couldn't care less. People love him for it. He's breezing through life, having a blast, not giving a single damn about petty opinions. He seems to own every room he walks into effortlessly. Sound familiar? We've all been the overthinker clutching that cup, and we've all seen the don't care guy living rent-free in his own little comfort zone. Here's the kicker. Being that guy is actually easier than you think. It's not some magic gene. It's a mindset and a set of habits you can start using right this very moment. So strap in, folks. I'm Einstick, and today we're counting down 9 bold steps to transform you from an anxious overthinker into the confident, don't care legend of your friend group. And we'll do it with some tough love, humor, and yes, a few slightly savage truths. Let's go. The spotlight effect. No one actually is watching you that closely. Ever walk into a room and feel like everyone's staring at you, noticing every flaw? Newsflash. They're not. Most people are way too busy worrying about themselves to dissect your outfit, your bad hair day, or how you almost tripped on the way in. There's a famous study where students wore a cringeworthy Barry Manilow t-shirt in a room of peers. They were sure half the crowd would mock them, but in reality, around 20% even ever noticed the shirt. In other words, you're not the center of the universe. Everyone else is. The next time you catch yourself panicking that everyone will remember how awkward I was, remind yourself how quickly you forget the random mishaps of others. Nobody's analyzing you that deeply. Try something small today that you usually obsess over, like wearing a bold shirt or speaking up with an odd question, then observe how little anyone cares. Embrace the cringe. Awkwardness won't kill you. Now, let's get one thing straight. Awkward moments happen to everyone, including the most carefree person you know. The difference, he refuses to spiral into shame. If he spills a drink, he laughs it off or cracks a joke. If someone points out a stain on his shirt, he acts like it's a new style. He has no time to obsess over micro fails. Ironically, by caring less about looking cool, he winds up looking cooler. People are drawn to someone who can shake off a cringe moment like it's nothing. If you get flustered at every minor faux pas, you'll make it worse for yourself and everyone around you. The next time you do something awkward, own it with a grin. Intentionally do something slightly goofy today, like a ridiculous dance move, just to prove you can handle a little cringe. It's a quick lesson. 5 seconds of embarrassment won't kill you. If anything, you might end up laughing along with everyone else. Rejection sucks, but the survival rate is 100%. Time for some tough love. Rejection is inevitable, all right? Maybe someone ghosted you, declined your invitation, or your boss shot down your big idea. So what? You're still breathing. The don't care guy doesn't interpret a no as a personal death sentence. He just shrugs off and says, okay, next. Authors get turned down by countless publishers. Actors bomb hundreds of thousands of auditions, and entrepreneurs hear no from investors left and right. But they keep going because they know rejection is just a numbers game, not a reflection of their self-worth. We humans also overestimate how awful rejection will feel. We bounce back faster than we actually realize. So remind yourself that a no often just redirects you to something else. Do one small thing today that risks rejection. Maybe ask for an upgrade you didn't think you'll get. If they say no, you'll end up exactly where you were, which isn't so bad. Each time you handle a rejection and survive, you'll realize you're a bit more unstoppable than you previously thought. Decision detox. Stop overthinking and just choose. Alrighty, show of hands if you've ever spent an eternity picking a movie on Netflix only to go to bed after reading 100 reviews. Raise your hand. I'm raising mine if you can't see. Anyways, congrats! That's called analysis paralysis. Meanwhile, the don't care guy has long since pressed play. Overthinking everything is a one-way ticket to mental exhaustion. Studies talk about maximizers who aim for the perfect absolute choice and satisfiers who pick something that's good enough. Maximizers might get a slight edge occasionally, but they're often more stressed and less satisfied overall. Satisfiers, they decide and get on with life. If you can't even pick a dinner spot without an opinion poll, how will you handle the real big choices? When you realize most decisions aren't life or death, you free yourself from the prison of perpetual doubt. Next time you find yourself overanalyzing, give yourself a timer, like 60 seconds, and commit. You'd be surprised just how relieving it is to choose and move on. Perfectionism is poison. Done beats perfect every time. Listen up, perfectionism is really just procrastination in a shiny outfit. All those times you say, I can't show this to anyone yet, or it's not ready, you're avoiding the risk of being judged, all right? The don't care guy doesn't wait for those perfect conditions. They never show up. He hits publish, sends that email, or stands up to speak, flaws and all. Think about it. The world rewards people who get things done, not those who tinker with a project indefinitely. While you're second guessing every pixel or every sentence, someone else with 80% readiness is already out there winning. It's far better to finish something a bit rough around the edges than to abandon it in the quest for perfection. If you're spending half your time color coding your to-do list, if you even have one, you're not actually being productive, you're stalling. So pick one project you've been polishing to death, call it done, and let it out into the world. You'll find that a good enough product delivered today trumps a mythical perfect version that never arrives. Not everyone's opinion matters. Filter the noise. Here's a crucial reality check. Your life isn't a democracy where every random voice gets a vote. That toxic coworker, that one uncle who always criticizes your choices, or a random troll on social media, none of them deserve to shape your self-worth. The don't care guy has a short VIP list of people he genuinely listens to, maybe mentors or close friends. Everyone else? Background noise. Ask yourself why you'd care about the opinion of someone whose life you wouldn't want to emulate. It's madness to absorb criticism from someone who can't manage their own stuff. Next time a voice of negativity pops up, ask, is this person on my VIP list? If not, mentally tag it as irrelevant. That's how you keep your head clear and your confidence intact. Comparison is the thief of joy. Stay in your lane. We live in an era of curated highlight reels, everyone flaunting their best moments on social media. You see luxury vacations, perfect bodies, and hustle success that makes you feel you're lagging behind. Well, guess what? It's often staged, or at least very selectively edited. The don't care guy is too busy living his own life to obsess over someone else's. Comparison is a never-ending trap. There will always be someone richer, fitter, or seemingly more accomplished than you, and you'll constantly feel behind if that's what you focus on. The only person you should compare yourself to is the you from yesterday. If you're improving in even the smallest of ways, that is progress. Start muting or unfollowing accounts that stir up envy or self-doubt. Each time you catch yourself mid-compare, remind yourself that you're seeing a highlight reel, not the messy reality. Put that freed up mental energy into your own passions and watch how much faster you grow. Laugh at yourself. You're not made of glass. Here's a secret. If you can laugh at yourself, you're basically invincible. No one can weaponize an insecurity you've already made peace with. The don't care guy is often the first to poke light fun at himself, turning a potential jab into a shared laugh. It shows bulletproof confidence. People who can't laugh at their own flaws come off as uptight, easily rattled. Meanwhile, research even shows that those who laugh at themselves report higher self-esteem and better resilience. So think of that embarrassing memory that used to haunt you, share it with a friend as a funny story, and you both might crack up and realize it's not a big deal at all. The next time you trip over your words or do something awkward, let out a smirk and say, well, that happened, instead of turning red. By taking the initiative and laughing, you deflate potential judgment and radiate self-assurance. Care selectively. Free your mind for what really matters. The greatest secret to being the don't care guy is realizing he does care, just not about everything. He saves his energy for what truly counts, building his skills, nurturing real relationships, improving his health, or chasing that dream he's really passionate about. He ignores the little stuff. If you burn mental fuel on every trivial annoyance, every minor critic, you'll have nothing left for your main goals. But if you choose your battles, your priorities stand out in crystal clarity. Suddenly you're living a life based on your values rather than some random external pressure. It's about being strategic with your limited supply of dams to give. Conclusion: focus on what counts, forget the rest. When you drop the constant fear of judgment, you free yourself to be authentically you. You'll try new things, speak your mind, bounce back from rejection, and shrug off mini failures like they're lint. That's the real superpower behind not caring so much: freedom. It's not apathy, it's about cutting the mental clutter so you can double down on what genuinely matters. The less you care about pettiness, the more room you open up for genuine growth and happiness. So start small. Let go of one insecurity or one noisy opinion. Make one quick decision without polling the entire planet. Embrace that awkward moment with a laugh. You'll find yourself stepping into every room with that unshakable vibe of someone who's comfortable in their own skin. Turns out, being the don't care guy really is easier than you think. Now get out there and own it.